Hi everyone, it's Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com. Thank you so much for joining me today and welcome to my first in a series of 2018 Christmas cards. This is the kickoff to my Christmas in July week on my blog, InkandInspirations.com. And I know that many of us like to try to start early making our holiday cards, and sometimes the best laid plans just don't work out. Well, I thought I would inspire you to maybe try and get started, even if you just make a few. And so I'm going to be sharing some designs that would be easy to duplicate and maybe mass produce. So today we're making a card using the Rooted in Nature stamp set. This is a double set. It comes with 2 boxes of beautiful stamps for any season, but we're going to be using these evergreen trees down here along with one of the coordinating framelits, and also this new holiday stamp set, Mistletoe Season, that's in the Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. So here's the card we're going to be making today, and this designer paper is from the collection Under the Mistletoe, and I love that we have these holiday products that we can use so that we can start early with these projects. Okay, so first of all, I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to take the single evergreen tree and ink it in Old Olive and just stamp. I'm going to turn it this way to save a little paper, just like that. And then I'll take the coordinating framelit and run that through the Big Shot. Okay, I've already done that, so I have this piece ready. Okay, I'll put that to the side. And now I have another piece of Whisper White cardstock cut at 2 inches by 4 inches. And I am going to take the double tree stamp here, okay, and I'm going to throw in some shaded spruce. Now, shaded spruce is included in that designer series paper collection, although it's not highlighted per se on this piece, but I thought it looked good and provided a good accent color, and so we're going to use that. But I'm going to ink up, and so that it's not too overbearing, I'm going to stamp off, okay, and then I have a piece of scratch paper here, and then I'm just going to stamp not all the way to the bottom, but pretty close. I just got some ink on my hand. Let's get rid of that. Okay, and then I'm just going to stamp right here in the center, almost to the bottom of that Whisper White. Okay, so now I'm going to clean my stamp, and I'm going to go back to the Old Olive, ink it up, and I'm going to stamp over again here, and then do it again, and then maybe again. I'm going to stamp off this time so it's not so dark. So it kind of gives you depth, and you may do this and find that each card looks different, which is great, and I think I like that. I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, so let me move that aside, that scrap paper. Well, I might need it, so I better leave it there. Okay, so I have that now, and so here is the piece that I die cut, and I'm going to place that right there. But first, I'm going to take my Wink of Stella pen and just brush on a little of that glitter. It's like a glitter pen, and make it like snow here on the bottom. Okay, ground those trees just a little bit. Okay, so now let's use some Stampin' Dimensionals and pop that on the back here. And of course, if you decided if you didn't want to go through this step of die cutting, you could leave it just like this, okay? But I love adding some dimension to my cards, so I'm just going to do that and pop that up. Makes a difference, adds some pretty interest. So now I'm going to use this Merry Christmas sentiment from Mistletoe Season. And I'm going to use the Night of Navy, since that is a color in our designer paper, and I want to bring that out. And I'm just going to stamp it, and it's pretty much a perfect fit across that 2-inch piece of Whisper White. Okay, and now we're going to back that with a 2 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of Night of Navy cardstock. So let's go ahead and get some liquid glue. Put some little dots around the edges, concentrating on those corners. And I don't put it too close so that it doesn't squish out from behind. Okay, there we go, and that's centered on that Night of Navy. And now we're going to take a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of this plaid designer series paper. Again, this is Under the Mistletoe from the annual catalog, and I'm going to center it top and bottom, but justify it over here to the right. Okay, so again, liquid glue. You could use snail if you wish. And let's just line that up over here on the side. It helps when you have grid lines, so to speak, like in the plaid, to help you line it up. Then I'm going to take some of this Whisper White Classic Weave ribbon and give it a little white accent. So I like to leave my ribbon on the spool, and I'm just going to tie a knot. Okay, and then I can take my scissors and just trim those ends a bit. I try to keep these ribbons, treatments on holiday cards as flat as possible so that I'm not dealing with too much bulk going through the mail. Okay, so another thing I like to do on these cards with ribbon is use a glue dot behind the knot just to hold it in place. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and apply that to our card base right here. Look at that shaded spruce print on the back of that. That's pretty. Okay, you get that on, straighten that up a little bit. That liquid glue gives me a little bit of wiggle room when I'm setting a layer down. Now, I thought we needed just a little added touch. So I'm using some of these Twinkle adhesive back sequins in silver. I'm just going to put one. Oop, that one lost its adhesive. My hands are a little bit sticky from the... There we go. Let's put one here. It kind of fills in that white space. And I'm going to put one here. And then let's go for 3. Right there. Okay, there is a Christmas card idea for you for our Christmas in July week on Ink and Inspirations. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure and visit my website at inkandinspirations.com so you can get the details on this card. And tune in again. I'll have another Christmas card for you. Take care. Bye-bye.